Mike Jones here with Ken's. It's a brand new show. Spaceship, Silverado, church, all in the same infomercial. Let's get inside and check it all out.
Ken's audio video. Ken's service what we sell. Middle Georgia's only in-store personnel. Middle Georgia's #1 sight and sound source. Go to Ken's.
All right, now 2014 also brought in the new Sharp Aquas, and this is the new 80 full-on smart. Now let me tell you what this means. That these things are fully interactive now, all the way down to the fact that you can even tie in your tablets and your smartphones to control all of the features from the internet side of the TV, which is incredible. It's always been. Now check this out. This has been a kind of a popular size, 75. Look how much bigger 80-inch is than 75 inches, and most of the 75-inch TVs are anywhere from $3,500 to $5,000 depending on which one you buy. If you buy a nice one, this is the new Aquas, and it's an 80-inch. And listen to this: 2013 they were $44.99. They are now $34.94. They are $1,000 less with streaming, with the Wi-Fi package built in, with the fact that you can tablet control it. It has a wallpaper mode in it in case you just want to have really cool, like really colorful pictures and all. And look at the picture on this thing. It is insane. Full 1080p. They have killed. Look at that. Is nuts. Look at that thing. Now, it has 7 sets of HD inputs, plus some old school analog in case you're running one of the old PlayStations, one of the old Wiis. But listen, it does everything you want, and it comes in 80, 70, 60, 50, 42, and it just keeps getting smaller and smaller if you need it to, anywhere from $300 and up as far as the sizes go. But man, are you kidding me? For less than $3,500, you can have the baddest 80-inch on the planet. 2014, let me tell you what I just got in. This, my folks, is Fender. Now, Fender makes a lot of different breeds of their line. This is the American series, the real deal, made in America, handmade. Now, all of these I've just gotten in. They are brand new, even the James Burton. And let me show you this James Burton Special Edition Blue Flame. You got to look at this. Custom shop pickups, best in the business. Look at the finish on this thing. Is that absolutely insane? Everybody that plays this says it's the best sounding guitar that they have played. Now listen, when you come in, I've got different finishes, different taste. Again, all these have already kind of been hopped up by their custom shop, which I think is super insane. And plus, Gary comes in and tunes them to your liking. So it's the best of the best in everything that they make. They're going to start anywhere from about $800 and go up to the big boy. This right here, the James Burton, is on sale for $16.99. That's a $2,500 guitar. So come in here to the Ken's Pro Sound Music in Macon. Check out what it is to be a part of the best of the best. Fender American made, and that is how it's done. All right, we do a lot of package deals, and maybe I don't give you enough info there because I have a lot of folks come in and say, well, what does it cost with speakers and what does it cost as a package? Well, I call this the Kenny deal because my brother drives a Trans Am. You can't get the big fat-faced radios in there. But listen, on the Kenny deal, you get AM, FM, CD with Bluetooth, 2 front speakers and 2 back speakers. Now listen to this. It is going to be $399, and depending on if you need a kit or a harness, that's what you'll add in. But listen, this is $550 worth of product. $150 off at $399. You get a CD player with Bluetooth, front and rear speakers. Installation's always free with us. So unless you need some of that other crazy little kits and harnesses, bam. Now, the Michael deal, because, you know, I'm a big Mopar, I'm American, you know what I'm saying? So with American, you get this, Pioneer. It's the new touchscreen. This is the new NEX series. Now, they make them with and without navigation, but listen to me. You got to hear this. You get AM, FM, CD, DVD touchscreen, right? Plus, you can add a backup camera if you want to. It doesn't come in this particular package. You get front and rear speakers, okay? It is $549 with touchscreen and 4 speakers and free installation. Of course, if you need kits or harnesses, that's not part of the package. But now, hear this out. You can get it with nav for $10.99. AM, FM, CD, DVD, touchscreen, nav, Bluetooth audio, equalizer, front speaker and rear speakers. And you're not talking about low-end stuff that you get on bargainbasement.com. These are 350 watts a piece, right? So $549 and up, $399 and up, and there's free installation. It's the best names in the business. Macon and Warner Robins will honor either one of these packages. All you got to do is say you're American, man. All right, 2014 Chevrolet Silverado. You know, they changed this truck. I mean, really changed this truck. And I tell you what, for you bow tie lovers out there, namely you, Justin Hobbs, let me just go ahead and tell you, what they didn't do good is sound. It just don't sound good. And if you like yours, it's fine, but I'm telling you, this is not it. This guy brought it to us. It has 2,100 miles on it. We've stripped this thing to the metal, but let me tell you, what all of this is a giant fascia that has the AC controls. And as you see, Best Kits and Metro and those guys have already made a factory-looking charcoal gray to match the dash. This is the new Pioneer. You don't see it lit up yet because this is the before. I'm going to show you the after right after this. And this is the new 7-inch LED, the whole 9 yards, touchscreen, navigation, everything. But look, even your factory controls all built in. When we get done, it's got a plug-and-play harness for the factory steering wheel controls. Right now, you're seeing a cutaway of the doors because guess what? They weren't good either. We're putting component sets in the doors. We're going to dynamite out to get sound deadening and stuff in there. But when we get done with this, it'll still feel and look like stock, but it'll sound like you wished it sounded when you bought it. You know what I'm saying? I mean, like the best you've ever heard times 10. And that's what my boys do. This is the before. Wait till you see the after. All right, now this is the 2014 Silverado, the finished product. Remember, I showed you as we kind of had it all in a billion pieces, which is so cool. Right now, you're seeing the cutaway of the doors. Remember, I told you the doors were skin. We showed that. Now you're seeing the picture of where we did the dynamite and we dropped in the new mids and highs. And then you're seeing the picture now of the door panel back together just like stock, but of course a whole lot more sound. Factory steering wheel controls are still in place, even though look at this kit. It fits absolutely seamless. Factory controls for AC, but you can put what you want in the dash, which this is the new Pioneer AM, FM, CD, DVD, touchscreen, navigation, Bluetooth audio. But check this page out. You're going to love this. Watch this. Look at the app page. It shows you all the stuff you need to get into. These are new 1080p and they're LED motorized. Look at this. You want to see the map system? Bada bing, bada bang. There's my map. It's very big done. Now listen, the maps just got redone in February of this year, so they are fresh for the next 3 years. When you want to go back to your music, you hit your home page and say, hey, I'm ready to listen. And now it's time for that sound. Bada bing. Check this out. Good gracious.
Boys, boom, 12 gauge.
Is that insane? Now listen, we did all new mids and highs, but what you hear, that bass that you're feeling, and you're seeing a cutaway of that right now, is JL's new Stealth Box. It is for the 14 Silverado. It fits all the way across the bottom and even has an amp rack built into the box so you can mount the amps and they can still stay ventilated. Now, also we did a factory Alpine backup camera in here, so as you're seeing right now, when you put it in reverse, you can put it in reverse and you see the screen behind you, and it even has a line to say, hey, you're going too far, you're fixing to bump into something, which I absolutely love. Now, this thing is cool. Built-in equalizer, built-in crossover network. I'm letting you know that this is how it is done, folks. One more time, check that out. It doesn't sound better. Pioneer hit a home run. JL's hit a home run. Ken's hit a home run. 2014. Also, let me tell you, Roland has just announced us as the Middle Georgia area dealer for the Cube series amplifiers, which is their high-end stuff. And they come in anything from their little micro cube like this, all the way up to their 80-watt big boy like this. But listen, it's got what they call clear sound technology, right? It has every type of sound in the books. All the guitar effects are built into these. They come with a 2-year warranty, and it is amazing sound. I've got the baby all the way up to the big boy in stock. And listen to this. They start at $149. That is incredible. And the reason I say that is, if you want to take some time and just go on to Roland's website and read about it, the Cube series is their big boy stuff. It is a gig-ready guitar amplifier. So when you come into the Ken's Pro Sound Music Store, just grab you a strap, grab you a guitar, and come over here and let her rip and see what you think. I think what you'll see is this versus everything else is it shows you that technology is king, because they have done it, my man. This is the new Sony soundbar, and what we were looking for is something that was super thin in design and something that had the subwoofer built into the soundbar and not separate on the floor, which I love. It keeps it so easy. Now, but check this out. It's a tabletop version. The TV can sit on the top of the soundbar. It's made for the TV's base to sit on top of it. Is that nuts? It has HDMI switching built into it. It has Bluetooth pairing so you can stream your music from your phone to it. The sound quality, oh my goodness. Check this out. Is that crazy? Wait a minute. You didn't hear the best part. This is $300. $150 less than what I thought it was going to be when I saw it was coming. Now, this is the new Sony 40-inch, and that's good enough, but let me tell you, if you're going to pair it with anything, this is the new Sony 40-inch 1080p LED. Let me tell you about this mama right here. Hold on. Check this out. What this thing does is, look at this, full-on smart. Listen to this. You can also stream all of your pictures and your videos from your smart device to it. You can stream all of your music to it. Check that out. You can even use the Wi-Fi built into the TV to stream new music to it. And look at the app page. So easy and simple this year on how to design. Netflix, Hulu, Amazon, Crackle, baseball, hockey, football, anything you want is built into this. And it's a full 1080p, 120 hertz dual panel, which means it'll do 240 hertz max, 4 HD inputs. Let me listen. $500. 500 bucks. 2014 with Wi-Fi and Sony. All right, this is just a teaser reel for what my guys are doing. This theater that we got to be a part of is a brand new room, and he's a Trekkie and a Star Warsian or whatever y'all call that, but he loves anything that's high-tech spaceship, so we're building this as the belly of a spaceship. We kind of started doing our lighting on the sides, and we're going to literally make it like the inside of the spaceship. You're seeing cutaways and now of how my men have kind of pulled all this together. He had a contractor come in and do the basic frame, and then we had our carpenter and our men come in and do all the wiring and do all the trim out. And we're going to do kind of a brushed steel look here, blue LEDs. We're going to have LEDs running down the sides. This whole ceiling is going to be fiber optic. But let me tell you the sweet spot of this. It's going to be 5,000 watts of power inside this room. It's going to have a 4K Sony 84-inch LED right there, full smart, single touch screen remote to operate the entire room, include its lighting. This is going to be Super Mac Daddy, all clips, Lucas certified system, and really big time. So the reason I put you in this place is this just gives you an idea how far we go and how passionate we are about doing turnkey. When I say turnkey, we can do the carpentry, we can do all the low voltage, we can do all the painting, all the trim. I got my own carpet guy, everything down to the chairs of this gentleman are even having special insignia, like a space camp type insignia done in the chairs, stitched into the leather. This is going to be super high end, and more importantly, when you kind of let us loose and we use what you've got on your dream and what we can do, this is how it's done. This is a teaser. Next time you see it, it's going to be Mac Daddy. All right, summertime's fixing to hit in and everybody's going out to the pool. I got to tell you, when I go out to the pool, I personally take the KMC1. I think it's nice. That's Klipsch's new kind of mini of the Bluetooth pairing devices. The KMC3, which my man Jerry that's filming right now has this for his own. He said he took it to the beach and everybody's like, oh my goodness. But the deal is they have a $399 model and now they have a $299 model, which I think is insane. Now, I'll do a little comparo for you. Check this out. Here's one. Oh my gosh. That is amazing. Hold on, and then you can flip over here to the other one. How little that thing is doing all that work. That's crazy. I've got to let you know. Absolutely amazing. Now listen, we've got them anywhere from like $49 and up. But a lot of folks say, hey, look, I just want something I can take from the kitchen to the bathroom to outside by the grill. And these guys do it. Automatic Bluetooth. They also can run off of battery power. And of course, you can just plug them in the wall like the old-fashioned way. Klipsch has done it again. And guess what? 2-year warranty. $299, and $399. You got to come give the demo. It is awesome. All right, now drums we have. Okay, this is my sea of drums. We were just making a joke about it a minute ago. Crush, Yamaha's 2014 models, and Tama, Sabian cymbals, and let me tell you can tell I've got it in stock and ready to sell. The lower end of the stuff's going to run around $499, but let me tell you, the cool stuff is the big boy stuff from Yamaha that's anywhere from $794 and up, and of course we have digital drums by Roland as well. Now, keep in mind, I keep the boom stands, the cymbal stands, the thrones, the full meal deal drum set, got them all in place where you can come in and demo them. I've got 4-month layaway, which all that's fine and dandy, but here's what you got to know. Things get better and better and better with time, and that's an absolute fact. And what you want to do is come in and see what Yamaha and see what Crush, I got a demo sale for Crush going on, see what they have done for 14. It is amazing that from year to year it just gets better and better, and this is the best it's ever been. Bam! All right, now, we do a lot of security camera systems, and I talked to you a lot about surveillance. I know last month we went to go to that gentleman's house, and let me tell you, he just said the peace of mind of alone of having that in there is incredible because he can see it in his bedroom, he can see it in his living room, and it just kind of makes everything simple. I know that I work all the time, so a lot of times my wife is at home, and if somebody rings the doorbell, she can hit a button on the TV and just see what's going on outside. It's nice. Now, the key features about these security systems are you got to have a DVR. What this does is it records all of the images 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. And you can get them in varying hard drive size. And if you already know this, and you're probably going, yeah, Mike, we know that. But if you don't know this, it can record 10 days, 20 days, 30 days, 50 days. You may record 2 or 3 months if you want, because it may be an area that you don't get into that much, and it may be 2 weeks before you know that. With me, I have a smaller hard drive in mind because I'm constantly knowing what's going on in my home. I'm just kind of real particular, you know what I'm saying? So with the DVRs, you're going to buy DVRs. They're anywhere from $400 and up, depending on how big you want. This particular one will hold up to 16. Now, another thing that we provide when we do the package is a power supply. And what this does is it has internal fuses. So if something goes awry or there's a power surge or something, this thing will suck up whatever and it not damage your camera. Now, when we do your installation, we also put in a surge protector by a company called Snap, called Wattbox. They are the very best. I think they are the kings of the world in this arena. And all of this plugs into here. So if you get an actual lightning strike, it'll eat up this, which is $99, and not this, which is not $99, okay? Of course, now we have a dedicated monitor here. From there, you'll have control. Now, check this out. So in other words, if I want to see a wide angle of that, I can pull it up, and I can see anything I want to see. See? I can go over here. There's my big head, as you can see. And what it is these cameras have all this, that's kind of crazy. Now, this is a 16 grid. You can get them in 4 grid or an 8 grid or 16 grid or 32 or whatever you decide you want to do. But the coolest thing is we lock this away so nobody can get to it. And this has a hard drive in it. And also this has an IP address. And what that does is, like I showed you last month, is you can watch it from your phone or from your tablet or any type of smart device, or if you're at work and you just want to make sure everything's okay at the house. Cameras come anywhere from like this, as you've seen at that house I showed you last month. This is pretty nice. It's a mini that kind of goes like interior, but they come in bullets like this, domes and bullets like these. They have infrared lenses where they'll work in complete darkness. And listen, the packages are anywhere from like $16.99 all the way up to whatever you can stomach. It all just depends on what level of resolution you want, but you get a 2-year warranty from us, in-house, parts and labor, period. No matter what it is, we come out and set it all up. For $16.99 and up, you're protecting the biggest investment of your life, whether it's your business or your home. I've got displays in both Macon and Warner Robins, so go in there and that way we can kind of henpick everything that you need for your house, and the estimates are free. So if you're probably seeing my phone number come up on the screen right now, I'll come out to your home and we'll walk it off and make sure that you're getting everything you need to protect you, your stuff, and most of all, your family. Very cool. All right, another side of the sound bar. Let me tell you, Sony has answered that call as well. Look how slimline this bad boy is right here. That is probably 1.5 inches. The sub is half the size of last year's. 300 watts. Listen to this sound demo. What? That is insane. That is truly insane. It has Bluetooth pairing, and listen, now they've got a $299 and a $399 sound bar that sound as good as any $600 sound bar I've ever heard. I've got them in both of our stores at the front door. So come in and do your demo and figure out which one fits your budget, but more importantly, what fits you getting your entertainment on. All right, I love this room. It's Ovation, it's Ibanez, it's Yamaha, it's composite acoustic. It's the very high-end side of the Ibanez line. And this is our acoustic room. I mean, every time I come in here, we have to film after hours when we do this, because every time I come in here, there's someone in here demo and they're playing and they're just getting down, and it's amazing to see people kind of come in because it's a big room, but it gives you a lot of privacy. You can even shut the door in here and kind of do your thing. Now, in this world, I have to say we are absolutely the king of selection. This is the very best in what you can do from the acoustic side. In the brand world, I don't know anything better selection-wise, anywhere from a couple of $100 all the way up to whatever you can stomach. But when you come in here, the coolest thing about it is we've got a stool, we've got an amplifier, because most of these have preamp sections built into them. We tune them on a weekly basis. And what it is, you just kind of come in here and sit down, and you can grab a $300 or $400 guitar, or you can grab a $1,000 acoustic guitar, and see what fits your budget, but more importantly, what fits your passion, because that's what this room is about fueling your passion. So when you get some time, come up here and spend some time with Gary and our boys up here at the Kinsburg Sound Music Store, and just come in here and do what you do with this thing, because if you know how to play, this is as good as your play is going to be. We do a lot of bass packages. Let me tell you, you can see right here, this is kind of the typical slot vent box, 15s and 12s, and you see how big they are. But what you got to know is that JL Audio, which is also another American company, I just want to put that out there. I love these guys. They're out of Florida, but they build stealth boxes. And basically, vehicles, they have a whole list of vehicles, and basically you find a box that's made for your vehicle. And this was like made for a BMW 3 Series. It comes with the new flat subs from JL, but this box holds 1,500 watts, and the entire depth of the box is this, right? So you got 6 inches of depth versus 18 or 19 inches of depth, and it fits and kind of locks into your vehicle. I use one of these in my Dodge Ram that mounts underneath the seat, and I love it because it just fits, and it's nice, and it's clean, and they sound incredible, hold tremendous power. Now, the reason JL has done so good with this is because of their new series called TW, and the subs are flat. Look at this. So this is, you can get them in a 10 and a 12. They hold gobs and gobs of power, 500 to 1,000 watts of power. Look at the construction. It is insane, the sound quality of this. This is where manufacturers are going now. And the reason that they are doing this is because people want to have the boom, but they still got to have place for their stuff. And you know, we do a lot of vehicles where they wall it all the way, like our ear pane right here. It's walled all the way to the ceiling, and that's super fun. But in the real world, you're going to have to take some luggage with you every once in a while, right? And this makes that happen because listen to this. The carton that this comes in is almost the same size as the box that's required for this to give you 100% of its potential. And pricing-wise, they're anywhere from $179 all the way up to whatever you want to get into. But listen, JL, they are so absolutely music minded. So when you come in, either one of our Macon or Warner Robins store, tell them you want to demo JL so you can see how good it really can be, man. All right, now when you walk into the Ken's Pro Sound Music Store in Macon, you have to go past all the big stuff to get to what I call the whatchamacallit section, or the accessories. And let me tell you, we are the Middle Georgia king of keeping all these doodads in stock to keep everything running and staying compatible in its connectivity. Racks and racks full of this stuff. I had a guy come from Albany last week because he could not find the parts that he needed, which we had in stock. Now we have a whole nother rack, I mean 3 or 4 or 5, maybe 10 racks in here. These new computer recording systems, which are super, super important in the recording world, allows you to plug in keyboards and drums and guitars and everything you want, start at 99 bucks, and they come with the Cubase software package, which is insane. Now, back here on this wall is guitar string galore. I'm letting you know we are seriously, seriously loaded in that world. And listen, we have guitar parts, a rack full of the hard to find parts, DiMarzio pickups in stock. And then if you kind of fan around to here, Jerry, we've got a whole wall full of just microphone accessories, cables, hardline mics, wireless mics, podium mics, lapel mics. They're all the way anywhere from $20 all the way up to whatever you can stomach in that world. But let me tell you, what's cool about it is we have it where you can feel it and touch it and smell it, because you can go .com all you want, but you have no idea if it's going to be exactly what you want until you have it in your hands. And in here, you can give it a test. How cool is that? So plus we back it all up with service. We've talked about that about 1,264 times. Now, get up here to Ken's Pro Sound Music and pick up your doodad, because we've got it in stock. All right, I am at Jordan Stream Baptist Church down in Toomsboro, Georgia, and let me tell you, when we got invited down here, they just had not moved forward in technology. The church was built in '99. They had a very good sound system, so I didn't really have to do a lot there, but they had no technology on the video side. So we came in and set up this package for them, the guys did, and what we did is we did the new NEC series called X. They have a new projector that's LCD, 1080p, super bright, has VGA, HDMI, S-video, composite video, has all the types of inputs for our tech crowd out there. But let me tell you, what's so cool is the walls in here were white. So we really chose to do no screen this time on the front walls. And we got about 125-inch images. You can see, look how clear that is. Now, what's cool about these projectors, y'all, I'm gonna walk up here and show it to you. What's cool about this is they're this new slimline design, and because they're white, that you can really get them up flush against the ceiling, as you can see there. And because they're so bright, I can have 25 chandeliers going super bright and still be able to see my images. Now, another thing that you can do with these is we put a switch in the back and we put a laptop in the back. So as you can see here now, we're flipping over to Scripture. You can show Scripture, you can show your backgrounds and all, so the congregation can kind of get into their hymnals and the Scripture. And then just with one push of one button, you can flip right back over to the PTZ. So you got the Scripture, and then you got the PTZ, and I like it that you can go between the two, and they can also play a DVD movie in here if they decide to have kind of like a whole church crowd thing. Now, we also did Sony robotic PTZs. That's where I was going. Robotic PTZs are the cameras that move. There's one above the baptismal, and there's one right there centered up above the sound booth, and it's fully controlled from a single joystick in the control booth. And what that allows them to do is, you know, as the preacher moves around, they can follow him around with the PTZ while they're recording it onto DVDs for shut-ins and stuff like that. that. It's also set up for future streaming and stuff like that if they want to stream it to their website. Now, what we did on the rear, which you're seeing a cutaway of right now, is we did a 10-foot screen. Now, that was complex. As you see these chandeliers in the center right here, Jerry, they were hanging so low that the choir and the pastor were looking at the chandeliers and you couldn't hardly see the picture that you're seeing. So what we did is we raised all the chandeliers up so we could put a 10-foot high, really high contrast screen back there, and I'm sure you're seeing now, and it allows them to see scripture, allows them to see hymnals, or just plain old directions on the screen back there, and I love having it go that way. So what they can have is the congregation can see is something here, but the choir and the pastor can see what's going on back here, and they have full control over that. Now, another thing is you always have volunteers that miss the deal when they're in the nursery or in the kitchen. I'm going to take you over to the fellowship hall and show you how we answered that. It is awesome. All right, over in the fellowship hall, which I want to say is about 411 feet of wire that we had to run here. So when you get a line that's that long, you have to go to what they call a ballon so you can run that distance and not have a weird picture. Keep in mind, 400 foot of cable makes that kind of sharpness. I mean, you can even see the brightness of the chandelier. If you were volunteering here, you could even see a baptism being done if you were over here in the kitchen or whatever you're doing. Look at all the color. That just gives you an idea how great those ballons work and definitely how great those Sony robotic cameras work. It's so nice to have this. So in the fellowship hall, it's really, really wide, and you're seeing a cutaway right now of the kitchen as well. So we put 3 different speakers in here too as well, because really trying to play a TV, as you can hear my voice even echoes a little bit in here. Playing a TV in here, you'd have to run it all the way up and it wouldn't really sound that good. So we put in clipped speakers all the way through here and put its own amplifier for here so they can hear and see everything that they're missing on their volunteer side of their Sunday. This is really, really cool. Keep in mind, TVs like this are anywhere, depending on size, they're going to be $350 on up to into $600 and $700 area for a 50-inch LED. But really, it enhances the worship even more to the rest of the church. That is awesome.
Hi, I'm Pastor Gordon of the Jordan Stream Baptist Church in Toomsboro, Georgia. I want to thank Mike and Justin and the crew for allowing us to enhance our worship through our media ministry. We would that you would worship with us. Jordan Stream, Highway 112, Toomsboro, Georgia. Sunday school at 10:30 a.m., morning worship at 11:30 a.m. If you want it done right, just see Mike.
All right, thank you so much. I appreciate you letting us do what we do, and I love getting in and showing you all the cool things that our company gets to be invested in. I want to thank Jordan Stream in Toomsboro for allowing us to transform that church. Everything my men designed and did in that church added to the way that they worship. Every single stitch of it. It was awesome. 2014 Silverado. Wow, what a change. And it's cool to take stock out and put really, really good in, and it still feel like stock, but sound like it should, which is like a rock studio or whatever you want to call it. I think that's super cool. Of course, now let's not forget about the belly of the spaceship. That is coming. You're kind of midway there. We've got hundreds of hours in making this gentleman's dream come true. Every panel in that room was handcrafted. It is amazing. It is coming through. I can't wait for you to see it with all the fiber optic and all the cool stuff. What a great thing. Let's talk about service for 2 seconds. I want to let you know we have it. They don't. Okay? Like us on Facebook, because guess what? You got a free gift. We're going to give away a gift every month, and it's not some $29 stuff. It's nice products that we're giving away every month. So get on Facebook and check out all our galleries. Go to Ken's Online, check out all our galleries, and just know this out there. No interest financing is always available. Layaway is always available, and free installation is the only folks in town that do that. Proverbs 25:12 says, here's what it says. It says, don't be afraid to listen to criticism, because when it's valid, it's like gold, is what God says. And what that means to you is it's okay to hear the bad news as long as you do something about it, right? I thank you so much. Come see us at Ken's in Macon and Warner Robins.
Ken's.